What does your morning routine look like? Does it look like this? You wake up to alarm ringing, you have about 20 minutes to get ready, you rush, you grab your phone, you automatically start scrolling through social media. What you start looking on social media, you see people enjoying vacations, traveling to extravagant places, driving Lamborghinis. Everybody's doing so great on social media, right? Besides just you. Now, that's a pretty bad start to the day. Now, what happens next? You automatically rush down to your kitchen, you make a cup of coffee, neglect breakfast, and you leave out for work to sit in traffic for an hour. Not a great start, right? Now, I have very little inclination to criticize you or anybody else because I've been guilty of these things myself, and one of these things is not having a morning routine. However, the past 5 years, I've tried something different. Something that allows me to dominate my mornings and start my day off in a positive way. I'm here to provide you 3 things that you can do as soon as you wake up that will drastically transform your mornings. So, let's get to it. Number 1 on my list, drink a full 8-ounce glass of water as soon as you wake up. Simple, but productive. Now really, ask yourself, how much water do you drink throughout the day? Now don't throw that excuse out there that you don't like water. I don't like the taste of water. Well, you're made up of mostly water. That's like saying you don't like yourself.
90% of the time, I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Now you may ask why. So there's some sciencey stuff involved, there's some non-sciencey stuff involved. The non-sciencey stuff, for me, it works, you know? I wake up in the morning, I drink that full 8-ounce glass of cold water. That kind of naturally allows my body to kind of just wake up and get ready for the day. The sciencey stuff, just think about how much of your body is made up of water. Mild dehydration, so a loss of 1 to 2% of your total body weight in water, can negatively impact your alertness, concentration, and physical performance. Don't let your gains suffer because you're walking around dehydrated throughout the day. And then you're stacking on copious amounts of pre-workout to kind of try to make up for that. Now you may ask, Jake, how do I know if I'm drinking enough water throughout the day? Well, there are 2 ways to gauge to see if you're drinking enough water throughout the day. The first one, of course, it's a formula. I love formulas. And let's go ahead and break this down. So you take 2/3 times your total body weight in pounds, and that will equal the total amount of fluid ounces you should be consuming throughout the day. Now this includes liquids such as milk, juices, water, carbonated water, absolutely not alcohol. Alcohol is dehydrating. And your main source of fluid intake is alcohol, then you should probably seek help.
2 shots of vodka.
The other method is keeping track of your urinations. And that means having 5 clear urinations throughout the day. That's a good indicator of being hydrated. Number 2, avoid social media or automatically scrolling on your phone at least within the first hour of waking up. Now I get it, our phones are so readily available, I'm guilty of it. I keep my phone right by my bedside. As soon as I wake up, turn off my alarm. It's easy to grab it first thing in the morning. But what happens when we automatically grab our phones first thing in the morning to start scrolling through social media? What happens? You increase your morning stress levels and you bring about negative thoughts because you're automatically comparing yourself to everybody on social media, or maybe you see some controversial topic pop up on your phone automatically in the morning. That's a bad start to a morning. Now there was a small study coming from the University of Pennsylvania that actually looked at how social media can impact our mood. They took 143 participants, and this was a survey-based study. They separated them into an experimental group, which limited social media usage to about 10 minutes per platform per day, and this included Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. And then the control group did whatever. Now both groups completed surveys that asked questions pertaining, feelings of loneliness, depression, and anxiety. They completed these at baseline, then at weeks 1 through 4. Their social media usage was tracked on their phones throughout the entire study. Results: not surprising at all. The experimental group who limited social media use showed significant reductions in feelings of loneliness, depression over 3 weeks compared to the control group. This was portrayed using the Beck's depression inventory, also known as the BDI, and it's portrayed on this chart right here. So what the BDI measures is just levels of depressive symptoms based on the answers the participants provided in that questionnaire. Higher score indicates more depressive symptoms. Now, in the beginning of the study, there were some participants that actually had a higher baseline BDI in the experimental group. By week 4, when these participants limited social media use, they actually had a drastic decrease in their BDI score. So they had a significant reduction in the amount of depressive symptoms that they were feeling. So something works by limiting social media usage. Now I understand, study's not perfect. It does have some limitations, such as not tracking social media use on other devices, such as laptops. So participants may have signed on to Instagram or Facebook on their laptops or their friends' devices. Now, some of the experimental groups participants already had a high baseline BDI, and then the study was looking at social media usage throughout the day, not just the mornings. But we did see a significant impact on mental health, coming to reduce the feelings of loneliness, anxiety, or depressive symptoms when it came to limiting social media usage. So we can still extrapolate this to our own mornings of limiting social media use, at least within that first hour of waking up. Instead of giving power to social media, how to determine to start your day, you determine yourself how to start your day. Now, this sounds cliche, but I know. Just make sure to just enjoy your mornings, be present, mindfully make breakfast, exercise, stretch, do anything for that 1 hour of, within 1 hour of waking up before touching your phone and scrolling through social media. Number 3, do not drink any caffeine until about 1 hour after waking up. Now, this is a concept I've been practicing for the past couple of years. This is a concept we heard also from Dr. Andrew Huberman on multiple podcasts and YouTube videos. He actually further delays out his caffeine consumption about 1.5 hours to 2 hours after waking up. Now, what's the reasoning behind this? Well, the whole talk is cortisol levels. Cortisol is our body's natural stress hormone. It's a good thing in the morning because what happens is it actually ramps up our metabolism for the day, gets our body ready for the day. Our cortisol levels peak 30 to 45 minutes after waking up. What would happen if you have your first cup of coffee right away within that 30 to 45 minutes of waking up? It further spikes that cortisol levels even higher. And when things go up that fast, eventually things are going to come down fast as well, and that means a crash in the afternoon. So burnout, fatigue, lack of energy, very hard crash in the afternoon. Now, I typically do fasted workouts at 5:30 in the morning. Then when I get home, I make my breakfast. So then I really push back my caffeine take about 3 hours after waking up. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching this video. I hope these 3 tips were helpful, and hopefully you can start incorporating some of these tips into your morning. Start tomorrow, don't delay. Please go ahead and give this video a like, share it with people so we can spread the word. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any new videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video.